Good morning, everyone. On this snowy day in the state of Tennessee. We're having fun here at our Gettas headquarters. So, like you see, we have our 2023 harvest coffee in warehouse. 2024 starting to be in harvest. The coffee won't be here until like probably June or July. Anyways, so our topic of the day is we're going to talk about honey process and what honey process coffee is. It's a different method that is being used, especially in Guatemala. Growing up picking coffee in Guatemala, we never did this. So it's a new way of processing coffee, which it can bring a lot of fruit flavors, like we see right here. This is the fruit of coffee, and we here at the headquarters we have a coffee plant where it's been yielding some nice cherries. I mean, well, not as nice as in the natural state or where they need to grow, but that's how it will look. Well, some people will refer like a cranberry. Okay, so what we do this is some people when they look at it for the first time they say it looks like a cranberry. Anyways, so coffee started like this. So when coffee starts like this, it has a layer underneath the skin, a layer of sweetness, and like you see right there in the camera, you'll see that, and then that's the coffee. Okay, that's the sweetness. Well, that sweetness, it needs to be fermented to be removed out of the shell. Okay, so on honey process, there is two methods of honey process: natural honey process, and that means that you leave the skin on the coffee. Okay, so when you leave the skin, you will leave it like that. And what we do, we put it on plastic bags, and we will do my cousin does, what we call it the anaerobic fermentation. So all this process is done by my cousin in Guatemala. So the honey process, it will be put, we will be put in the coffee and plastic bags for a period of time. And at some point, we get it out of the bags, and it will have a very unique smells to it, like champagne, ripe pineapple, ripe papaya, very, very unique, distinct flavors, so smells. Then after that, we sun dry it, and then after it's sun dry, it will look like this. Then after it look like this, okay, so we remove that. And then after we do what we call it the dry milling, and it will remove the skin. And then inside, you will get what we call it the green meat. So now we have our natural honey process. The other method is the wash. The other honey process is that you will remove the skin. Now you see the skin removed here, and then you will have the cherry like that. Okay, that's the bean, and the bean already has what we call a parchment. So the parchment, it needs to be removed. But before we do that, you need all that sweetness to ferment. So we put it onto a cement pit, or in Guatemala, or wooden trough, or whatever people have. And you will put it in there for a period of time and start fermenting. Then it gets pulled out of the fermentation process, and then you put it into you start drying it under shade, and you have like a bed made of wire mesh where you want air flowing to it, and that's the other method of the process, and that is honey process, which it will change the flavors. So this is a new method that is being used in Guatemala, not as often, and because it's not as common as the wash process. And that's it.